This is Larry Henares making your day with the second part of an article Alex Magno wrote entitled Meltdown. And we'll continue to quote. For a moment, there were rumors that senior White House staffers were poised to resign as well. At this writing, none had done so. Senior politicians from within the Republican Party issued statements denouncing the equivocal position Trump has taken. The American president angrily hit back at many of them. He was frantically burning all his political bridges. One analyst put it, without the political support of those Trump attacked, the American president could not carry out his policy agenda. The future is bleak. All we could expect is continuing political recrimination in Washington, while the whole country slides into another sordid episode of racial violence. The rest of the world can only stand aghast, watching the Trump presidency go into an irreversible meltdown. Under Trump, America has taken an isolationist path. Now that the president itself is deeply and hopelessly isolated, Trump sees himself the center of the universe. Now that the universe is imploding, there is no indication Donald Trump understands the role of presidency in holding his nation together. He has no clue about the role America plays in the world, providing the rest of us leadership in asserting the values that define modern civility. This man is barely literate. Trump himself confesses he reads none of the biographies of past presidents. He has no demonstrable moral compass and no indication of any profound conviction. He has no vision, no empathy, no ethical mooring. All his life is simply amassed wealth by bullying others. Trump, in a word, brings the American presidency to new depths. Not even Richard Nixon dared to burrow anywhere near where Trump now is. Trump, ghostwriter for his best-selling Art of the Deal book, predicts that the beleaguered president will soon resign, given all he has inflicted on his country. That might yet be the most merciful thing Trump could do. Unfortunately, a failure in presidential leadership in the United States will adversely affect the rest of the world. We see the first indication of that in the skidding stock markets in the wake of Trump's bizarre utterances after Charleston. More about this after these messages. This is Larry Henares making your day with the second part of an article written by Alex Magno entitled Meltdown. But this time, this is Larry Henares contributing his 2 cents to this article by Alex Magno. Filipinos who criticize President Duterte for being as foul-mouthed and erratic as Donald Trump should realize that there is a whale of a difference between Duterte and Trump. Donald Trump is a bullshit artist who cannot distinguish between fact and fiction and does not care to know the difference. Duterte means what he says, however, and he has almost 90% approval from the Filipino people. Donald Trump is a millionaire asshole who made his fortune bullying people. Duterte, on the other hand, is poor as a church mouse and earned his reputation by doing good for the poor and the disadvantaged. There are 3 million more voters who voted for Hillary Clinton than for Donald Trump. And on the other hand, there are 6.6 million more voters who voted for Duterte than those who voted for Mar Rojas. Donald Trump is a racist whose main support comes from rednecks and white trash who hate Negroes and Latinos. Duterte is a patriot who resents American interference in our internal affairs. The American massacre of Samar men and children down to 10 years of age, the American massacre of our Muslim men, women, and children in their pacification campaigns during the Commonwealth period. Duterte would make peace with China. Donald Trump would make war with North Korea. Never mind if South Korea, Japan, and Taiwan are torched by nuclear bombs in the process. Duterte is respected by most Asians in our part of the world. Trump is despised by his allies in Europe and in South America, not only for his interference to climate change, but also because of his saber rattling against Venezuela and North Korea. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.